Sweet. We're back up and running! RIP headphone users. Sorry about that one. Sick. Let me just get the chat up on YouTube again. Oh, fuck. I'm still not, like, I'm most of the way there. I'm not 100% yet, for sure, though. I'll get there. I'll get there. I found a bunch of old riff videos of mine, and I was like, fuck, man, I had some really cool tech stuff I never, like, stuff on the techie side I never released, so, this is me releasing. I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'll track it. I'm going to try to track the whole song today, vocals included, see how my voice is doing, since I haven't screamed in a while, especially, and then I'm going to try to get it all edited, mixed, and mastered by the end of the week, get it uploaded on Spotify, YouTube, shoot a video for it, like, just a playthrough video, nothing crazy, but I want to challenge myself. I got some free time, so fuck it, might as well use it. Let's make sure that these are all just routed to the right place. That just needs to go instrumental bus. Sick! Let's do this. Oh man, this one's a fast one, so I apologize in advance for how not tight this is going to be at first. Fucking pre-count. I love how I'll go and like I can't even get rid of count in. I don't want to count in. Because the second I do that and I go to open it again, hey look, it's checked again. I literally, for some reason, in some of my sessions, cannot get rid of a count in, and I don't know why. Also, have not played these songs in at least 2 years. Like, minimal 2 years it's been since I've played these, so. I think I'm gonna punch in the little noodly bits. Oh, dude, this is probably one of my favorite sets of riffs that I have. That technically is actually supposed to be the right guitar. Yeah, I kind of went for like a really like, I was really listening to a lot of the Faceless and like older Within the Ruins at the time, so I was doing a lot of harmonic minor, like weird stuff like that. Now that we're gonna add the little meadly part. My puppy started squeaking her toy, and it was too cute to not get distracted. Close. I want it a little bit tighter, though. That's what I wanted. Also, this is my dog's favorite chew toy currently. She loves it. And her non-responsiveness to it is making me look like such a liar right now. Hear that in context. Cool. That's good so far. I probably got to nudge one or two of those, but it was tight enough that I'm happy with it. Cool, that one's done now. One part I'm honestly probably going to wait until the very end to track. And it's literally because it's just trills. And I suck at trills, so I'm not looking forward to that. I can shred, but I can't do a fucking trill. Make sense of that. Oh man, that's gonna be annoying to cut out. Of course, I can't find my fret wrap anywhere either. Also, you guys are so lucky you can't hear the click right now. So this song's at 230 BPM, and I have the click at double time, just because it helps me lock in a little bit tighter. During one part, I actually have it straight up doing 16th notes. So on this track in particular, these were actually tracked. This song in particular was actually tracked by James Knurl, who James is not only one of the best drummers, like in general. I love James. He's filled in for the Faceless. He was in Brand of Sacrifice for their last full length. His own band Aviations is awesome. I absolutely love those guys. And everybody in Aviations, they're all beautiful, beautiful boys. Yeah, Rob, you know this one because you helped me write it. Super stoked you're in here, buddy. Get that tighter. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I know why my tuner was showing up the wrong note. I had my Whammy DT on. My Whammy DT was okay, cool. My Whammy DT was on, and I didn't realize that I was pitching everything down a fourth. So yeah, so I was like, oh, I need to open up another plugin to check tuning and check maybe the tuner's just messed up. Nope. And it just made, I had to restart my computer. I couldn't even get Cubase to launch again. Like I somehow I had 6 processes of it running, and yeah, it was just weird. So let's get back to making music. Nope. Rob, I'm actually in the exact same tuning. For the most part, I've never changed from drop D flat, unless I'm on a 7 string and then it's drop A flat. But I pretty much stick to what I know. And I love this tuning. It's not too high, it's not too low. Not a lot of people use it, but with a with a Whammy DT, you can still get some dirtiness. So. So I am still on I am streaming on YouTube as well. It's more, I've been just away from social media for a long time. So my engagement across all platforms is absolutely dog shit. So, especially since I've never streamed on Twitch before at all. I figured I'd start just by getting people that already know and see what I do on Facebook, then eventually move over to Twitch and doing that. I'd like to do all 3, but since I'm only using the free version of Restream, I only get 2 sources. So I get YouTube and Facebook as of right now, but I definitely plan on going to Twitch at some point. Messed that up. No, I like Twitch as a platform a lot. I think in general it's a great it's a great asset for everybody. I just yeah, I haven't even posted like a cover on YouTube or anything in almost a year now. I've had a lot of issues with my home which was part of the reason. I mean, I'm technically still having issues with this home. My ceiling may cave in my bedroom, so that's fun. But that's neither here nor there right now. So, yeah, I was just like, you know, I need to put up some content again. I got to just start putting up content again. Like, my band's about to start releasing music. I got to start being more active on social media. I just need to get out of the funk I've been in for the past 3 years now. So, yeah. Gonna punch in at that halfway part. Yeah, it definitely hasn't been easy. Dude, I bet. I bet, Robin. Yeah, it's been hard for a lot of people. I know you were working on a bunch of stuff. Yeah. It's crazy how this is messed up so much for everybody. Yeah, thanks, Robin. I'm actually in the I'm in the process of looking for an apartment. I'm looking to relocate because I currently live in Maine. In general, Maine just doesn't really have much to offer for me. And my band's in Pennsylvania. Some other musicians I work with, like I work with Bill Four, who plays drums for Angel Vivaldi, and my homie Trey Watson's in Maryland, which it won't be too far of a drive. Bill's only like an hour drive away from me. It's just going to be a better opportunity for me to work with the musicians that I already, you know, communicate and want to work with. Also, how's everybody feeling about this guitar tone? Do we need a little more, need some brightness? We need some low end? How are we feeling, guys? Mids, low, like, talk to me. I got to punch in that last half for that last little run for sure, but I think the rest was good. Yeah, Robin, I remember when I remember seeing for the Toneforge Loomis launch that my photo was right next to yours on the page, and I was like, oh shit, like I had seen you crushing it so much, so it was an honor to be next to you up there, man. Yeah, what have you been working on lately since COVID? I'd love to check out whatever you're working on. actually felt like a really strong take. I'm really shocked at how well this is coming along. I legitimately, this particular guitar that's in my lap right now, I haven't played that since 2020. Been playing a lot of 7-string, and I bought a Charvel that I really like. And I've just been exploring different styles of guitar playing on it, and like started learning more Pliny stuff. Yeah, no worries, man. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, it's just the Archetype Nolly plugin. Nothing too crazy going on with it. Just, I mean, standard boost, cab set left at the default setting, nothing on the EQ, just that. And I think on the actual channel, I've just got a little bit going on. Yeah, so I don't blow my ears out in my headphones. Big part of it is the for people who haven't used instrumental pickups. Oh, dude, I'm so jealous. I want the Cortex so bad. I sold my Axe-Fx to get one, and I've just been holding off. I got to contact Max and see if maybe he can get one sent out for me. Oh, dude, I'd still love to hear anything you're working on, man. Like, I'm sure whatever it is awesome. You do great work. What was that? That wasn't guitar playing. Nope. Dude, I would be honored to work on something with you, Robin. Yeah, totally. Send me a message and we'll chat a little bit more later. It's hard to get those palm mutes just right. It's funny when it goes to double time with the blast beat afterwards, I always screw up the timing there, but it's the same riff both times through, so I think I'm just going to do it for the first time, nail it, and then just copy paste. Can I do what down there? Dude, it's funny how like simple things before we like started recording and everything we didn't really think through. Oh Jesus, I totally forgot about that. Can you do it down here? Can you do it down here? Jesus Christ, that's a throwback. You just blew my mind for a second there, Madison. But yeah, it's weird how like I never used to give a shit about palm mutes when I was just a player, but now that I'm recording myself and recording other people, yeah. Can you do it down here? Can you do it down here? Good enough for me. Yeah, Moon's, I got her a new rope toy yesterday, and she's all about it right now. Robin, I was always that guy. I would palm mute always, like, past the bridge pickup, for the longest time, and I was always like, how do these guys always get that like long purring palm mute? I didn't realize your hand needs to actually be on the bridge, and you don't need to like drive your hand into the strings as hard as you can. It was like pick hard, so everything needs to be hard on guitar. I can do better. I don't want to record over that other take, though. I'd like to hear it. Yeah, dude, I can't find mine. I don't know where it is. Oh, of course I say that. I move my head 3 inches and I see it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the I like the Evertune stuff. I mean, my only thing with it is I like doing like little bits of vibrato here and there, and I know you can definitely dial it in that way. I've struggled to get it dialed in, but I've only spent like maybe a couple days max with an Evertune, and it was more like, hey, gotta get this pre-pro done, let's just blow through it. So, but I will say this particular guitar, which is a Drinkwater Guitars North Star 6, which it's just a Hipshot solo bridge, but honestly, the amount of time that I spend retuning this thing is about what most people do on an Evertune. It just stays. Don't know why. I'm not questioning it though, that's for sure. But I need to track this harmony. With my volume down, because that's how you nail it. I can get it a little bit tighter. Robin, you just said Madison's favorite words, Balaguer guitars. Madison, has that red one come in yet? Wow, I don't even know how to play my own songs. I meant the orange one, my bad. The orange one. Oh, dude, I bet that's a sick guitar. I've only gotten to play, honestly, the one Balaguer that you had sent to me, Madison, that 8-string, which it was a dope guitar. I absolutely love that thing. I was really sad to have to send that back. Oh, dude, I can't blame you. It's a beautiful guitar. I really like Bo's signature. It looks great. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you told me that. Also, if you haven't tried this out yet, Robin, you should definitely try the Fission Drive as a boost. The Battle Gear Fission Drive. I really enjoy this thing. It's been my go-to lately. I like the fact that I can independently dial both my bass and my treble with it. And honestly, I think the biggest thing is I've been getting really into like fuzzy kind of nasty tones lately and switching over to vintage. Dope. V3 of the Fission Drive or of Bose guitar? Yeah, I've been getting back into pedals myself lately. I've got 3 boosts. I've got the Fission Drive. I've got the Earthquaker Devices Plumes, which I like a lot as well, too. And the Fission Drive, what's kind of cool about that as well, using it as a boost, is like the Plumes, it's got way more headroom than Maxon OD808. So you can push the front end of an amp a little bit harder. And honestly, using it as a preamp is kind of cool, too, because I mean, you've got full tone shaping, pre and post gain, master volume, bass, treble. Like it's a pretty cool tone shaping option, especially for like 7 strings and 8 strings, especially going that low. Being able to dial in your bass is just honestly a game changer. I mean, I have an OD808 right next to it, and to be honest, I use the Plumes and the Fission way more. Oh man, Madison, that V3 is gonna look sick, I bet. So this right here is probably my favorite riff of the song. It is such a groovy section. And looking back, I wrote these songs a decade ago. The transitions need to be better. Everything else needs to be like, some parts need to be reworked. I'm just keeping it as is because it's a snapshot of a moment in time, ultimately. And normally I do this spot, I'm going to do this next part a little bit differently than I would normally do it. I always kept it at that octave. I'm going to actually drop it down an octave lower with the whammy for that part, for when it hits the harmony. I think it's just going to make it a little sludgier and cool. and whammy engage. Now the question is, do I throw the actual whammy on and drop in an extra octave? No. Funny though. I kind of nudged that first note, but overall I like the take. I had a feeling you were going to miss it, Madison. Thank you, though. I do really appreciate you selling it to me. I love this thing, man. It's definitely like opened my eyes to different things. Like honestly, even just using on the DT side, just like the octave versions of things. Like the like octave up and octave down. Both are great. I mean, yeah, but whatever, man. Gear comes and goes. Madison, we've been over this. If I had your skills when it comes to buying and selling and trading gear, I would be doing it too. I'm just garbage at it. Sick. I'm just sad I got nobody chatting on YouTube. Not a single one. I got like almost 5,000 subscribers. Ow! 16th notes at 230 hurt. I don't know how James tracked this. Oh, he does heel toe. Not to say that that's easy by any means. Funny story I forgot to mention about this. I said I hadn't played this guitar in 2 years. That is accurate. The strings were changed about a year ago, and I never touched it after I finished changing the strings. And I just changed the strings on my Charvel, and they sound just as bright and new, so sticking with it. I don't care if they're a year old. This is the hard riff. Hey, what's going on, man? Donkey Kong. Oh, Madison. Sweet. Donkey Kong High School. That's an interesting name. Thanks for joining in, though. There are chunks of it that are good that I'm going to keep. There is a bunch I'm going to cut out, though. It's good enough so I can at least edit it. I can do that better still. Definitely thank you for checking out the stream. Donkey Kong High School. I love that name. It's so good. Okay. We have some leads down here. I don't want to use those performances, though. right, left. To be honest, I'm going to be lazy about picking out a lead tone. There we go. There's a lead tone. Do I want it to be an eighth note? Or half note, maybe? You know, I'm going to turn off the delay for right now. I am going to put a reverb on, though. Also needs way less decay. And let's just copy that over to the lead channels. Archetype Nolly. Come on. I'm not looking forward to recording this. This part's gonna suck. That wasn't as bad. Yeah, it was just way too much. So, for some reason, just like way too much decay to that reverb. I don't know why. And that delay could be cool in context, but it needs to cut out at certain points. So that's probably something I'll do with a plugin and automate it and out. That one, I mean, I'm going to edit and gridlock real hard just because it needs it. I'm not using the right plugin for this. I'm using Nolly, not Petrucci. Good enough to edit. Let's just listen back. Good enough. Oh, I didn't even see that Josh was in here. Thanks for coming in, Josh. My oven's going on because my bread needs to go in now. I'm gonna track this solo first. Oh, this is gonna suck too. No, did not want to duplicate. I am gonna save that old solo though, just because I know my lead playing these days is not as tight as it was when I wrote this. So we shall see. Hey, what's going on, cuz? How you doing? Oh, okay. Who wants to watch me fail at guitar solos? Let's make this happen. Nailed it. I'm hanging in there, cuz things haven't been the greatest, but you know, I'm doing the damn thing still. I need to be way louder. Maybe now I can be heard over guitars. Nope. You know what? For shits and gigs, I'm gonna listen back to my old solo and see if it's just worth using that. I wish I would have tracked a DI, because I totally knew what I was doing back in the day. Totally knew what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. No, I can do better than that. Fuck, I hate when I can do better. Shut up, I'm tracking this solo first! I need a click. I still need to be a little bit louder in my headphones. Maybe if another, like 3 dB, or like 2.5. Who knows? I don't count. I don't know how to count. I suck at typing. I mean, tapping. Oh, hey! Thanks for joining in again, Robin. Well, Robin, you tuned in at possibly the most entertaining part, which is the solo tracking portion. I haven't played this solo in probably 2 years. Haven't like rehearsed it at all. Didn't warm it up for tracking this. Honestly, I haven't warmed up for tracking any of these parts. So the fact that it's happening is still mind-blowing. going so well until that part. But that's a good punch-in point. Let's listen back and see if it's as garbage as I feel like it is. You know what? I'll take it. I'm going to take that solo. Like, there's little nudges I can make to make it a little bit tighter, but I'll take it. Dude, I barely play guitar anymore these days. So much of what I do is vocal related. I really, guitar is more just a writing tool for me at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the instrument still. But if people are gonna pay me to sing, I'm gonna do that more, you know. Besides the bend at the end, pretty happy with the rest of that. And I thought that was going to be shit. You know what? Parts of that I can do a little bit better. Honestly, it's really just that one bar. Oh, shit. Of course I nailed the pinch harmonic. Take it. I'm using that. Don't care. I overshot the bend. I somewhat still have it. I'll say that much. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I wrote this a decade ago. I was listening to a lot of more technical stuff. Like I was really big into like Within the Ruins and Born of Osiris at the time, and I wanted a song similar, but still had a little bit more. Like I wanted the solo to not be super robotic. I wanted to have like a little bit of feel and vibe to it, and I wanted just something that grooved. And I think honestly, half of it was I wrote a lot with Madison back in the day, and he's been a big influence on my writing style. I definitely would not be writing the way I am if it wasn't for him. Yeah, that's been a lot of this stuff too, Robin. I got really bad post-traumatic stress disorder and complex post-traumatic stress disorder, so sometimes just doing things is hard. And this is one of those things that became a massive chore for me. So I backburnered it, but today I'm feeling spunky. Is there a gate on it that's cutting me off? Yep, gate was fucking me up. Just a tiny bit. The rest was me. Nope, gotta get that pinch harmonic. Robin, you should totally send that song over. I'd love to check it out. I suck at vibrato on bends. Such a weird thing. Farts! Still not the right bend. I'll take that just because the pinch harmonic was so good. It didn't have the vibrato I wanted. I wanted to do like a big Zakk Wylde style vibrato, even though I hate the guy. Fuck yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna go put my bread in the oven because I need to do that. Because it's been proofing for like 2 hours now. It's about that time. No. No, that sucks. Oh well, we'll make it work. I'm a smart boy, I swear. I'm such a good smart boy. Oh, scissors. This bread is not going to come out well, but okay, whatever. I don't care. And we're back. I just made a giant fucking mess. And, no, it didn't burn. But I was letting my dough proof, and I thought that I was a smart boy and put it on parchment paper. I did not put it on parchment paper, so it was just sitting on my stovetop and kind of just got stuck. So I had to like peel it off so I could, have bread. Gotta try to get all this. I don't know if you guys can see. Got dough all over my hands, so let me get that off real quick. Yeah, you tuned in right, Tommy. You tuned in right as I went to go throw my bread in the oven, which is the best time. Oh hi! And look, everybody, we got a puppy friend. We got look at this puppy. Yeah. She's such a good girl. Can you wave? You just want to talk into the microphone? Do you gotta go out? Okay, let me put you down real quick, sweetie. Do you gotta go out? Do you gotta go out? Do you gotta go out? Okay. I'll be right back again, guys. Gotta take the pup out, but I'm just gonna let the track play back for right now. And then we'll come back. And at this point, all the guitars are done. So it's time for me to, track some vocals. So let's have some, let's make something skanky. So let's just have some playback. Jesus, I didn't realize that it was set to loop. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Nailed it.
You playing with your toy? Yeah. Get it.
Oh, jeez. See, that's more fun to do when a vocalist makes a weird noise. Just loop that like. Speaking of vocalists, I suppose it's time to be a vocalist. Let me grab my in-ears. Yeah, Moon's starting a mosh pit back there. She's going to town on that rope. Good girl. Good girl, go get your toy. My guitar case. In-ears are in the guitar case. No, they're not. They're in my headphone case because I'm weird. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera for this one. Because there is no way I'm tracking vocals sitting. Not happening. Not happening. Nope, not like that. There we go. I'm a little warmed up. I haven't been screaming much lately because I was pretty sick last week. Luckily not COVID, but my stomach was all messed up, so. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna use. So as you guys can see, I already have vocal tracks up. So I'm actually using my phone, using the camera app for OBS Studio. I was using an SLR before, but my SLR, I don't have a battery pack for it, like the W battery. Can't find one anywhere. And it's a decade old camera. Actually, that camera's 12 years old. It's a Canon T2i. But I was trying a couple different options, and I ended up just landing on this. It's been working the best out of everything, because Epoch Cam, which is from Elgato, theirs was like giving me this weird pink and green flashing thing that was like warping my aspect rate. It was just nuts. So I'm gonna get the camera up just a tiny bit higher real quick, guys. Be right back. There we go. Yeah, Tommy, my neighbor's got it as well too. It's rough. And like I said, it's not COVID, but it's brutal. The 600D was the T3i, if I recall, right? Because I know the 550D is the T2. Moon, you're okay. You're fine. You're fine. There's nobody here. Woo. Moon, lay down. Go lay down. Relax. Everything's okay. Uh-oh. Actually, I just realized today's going to be the first time I'm really trying out my... So I got the Volt 476 recently from UAD. So, long story short, I had bought an interface. I was using one of the Liquid Sapphire Pro 56s. And then that shit the bed. So I went back to a super old PreSonus Fire Studio project, which the converters are terrible. But I was able to get work done. I was able to mix. And I was still tracking through that thing, so. But this will be the first time trying. I'm using both the vintage mode and the 1176 that they've got built into it to try and see if we can get something usable, so. No! 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 Yeah, Cameron, don't remind me that it has an HDMI out. Mine doesn't. Actually, I think the T2i does, but I don't have a capture card or anything, so it's just more work than I need to deal with. I'm just going to do one other thing and just throw gain reduction on all these just to track through. Oh, I gotta spray water on my bread. Be right back. Yeah, I actually use the Canon utility software to just see back, because mine doesn't have a flippable viewfinder, so I have to use that to reference. But mine doesn't get locked to 24 frames a second. That's really weird. But I do have... yeah, Cameron's on my YouTube chat. So if you want to hop on and shoot the shit with him there, go for it. But yeah, mine, I do have the Blackmagic or like Magic Lantern something. It's a different firmware, like a third-party firmware that I installed on it. So it's possible that it's that. And as you guys could see, there were vocals there. I'm redoing them because my screams are better now. I'm streaming to Facebook, and Tommy's talking shit. No, I'm kidding. Tommy's just, he was like, wait, you're talking to Cameron? What the fuck? All my inputs are set wrong. That's better. Not gonna lie, I hate using gain reduction. Haven't used this in so long. See you soon, Robin. Yeah, I gotta. Mine likes to get, like, mine's big on seeking attention for saying she needs to go out, but just wants to sniff things. And then ask. She's goaded me really well into giving her TREATs. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Very kind of you. No, I'm not. I'm not ADAT at all. I'm just using the Volt. So the Volt. My Personas is completely out of the chain now. I'm gonna end up using it in the live rig for the band. But yeah, it's not for recording anymore. That's for sure. Let's see if I can remember these lyrics. I have not listened to this song at all in the past 2 years. Oh shit. When you think your MacBook Pro's been plugged in the whole time, but it hasn't been. Oh, I forgot to do the trills. I'll have to add that afterwards.
Take one step back to see the everlasting truth. Take one step back to see the everlasting truth. Everlasting when close. Everlasting truth. We say when close minds. In a time for poor interpretation.
I kind of want to go a little bit more like deathcore. Like,
we say with closed minds. Everlasting truth. We say when closed minds. In a time for poor interpretation. Everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation. Everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation.
lost it halfway through on that one. Weird.
Everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation. Interpretation. No.
You know what?
Everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation. Everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. To say the everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor
I don't know why I got like hiccups or something right now. I'm gassy.
Step back. To say the everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation. Truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation. Truth. We say with closed minds. To say the everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation. Step back. To say the everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation.
Yeah. I need some water. Dehydration. Oh.
Step back. To say the everlasting truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation. Truth. We say with closed minds. And observe with poor interpretation.
That one was better. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, Ragnarok. That's really cool of you.
And observe with poor interpretation. Defining their lives as those who are. And observe with poor interpretation. Defining their lives as those who are blank and live with no purpose. Purpose. And observe with poor interpretation. Defining their lives as those who are blank and dirt. And observe with poor interpretation. Defining their lives as those who are blank and live with no purpose.
Yeah, you can tell my screams are a lot better now.
Without those say their shalom, there's life. Blank and live with no purpose. We fail to say their shalom, their lines in the complex lines.
It is okay. There we go.
Blank and live with no purpose. Blank and live with no purpose. We fail to say their shalom, their lines. Those who are blank and live with no purpose. We fail to say their shalom, their strife in the complex lines. Yeah, they say it's the same. Yeah, they say it's the same. We fail to say their shalom, their strife in the complex lines. Yeah, they say it's the same. Yeah, they say it's the same.
Not anymore, Ragnarok. French was my first language, but my parents realized, living in the U.S., that kind of had to speak English, and yeah. So no, they never really spoke French around me. Well, they would to try to hide shit, but I could still understand enough. Not anymore, though. Barely passed high school French, and that was 15 years ago.
It's the same. My stripes, yeah, this is the same. Yeah, this is the same. My stripes, yeah, this is the same. Yeah, this is the same. Yeah, this is the same. Femininity, yes, how we view our lives. We must take a moment and look upon the asunder.
Nope. Needs a little bit more air.
Yeah, this is the same. Femininity, yes, how we view our lives. We must take a moment and look upon them.
That's what I get for not practicing my songs for 2 years.
Yeah, this is the same. Femininity, yes, how we view our lives. We must take a moment and look upon the asunder. Yeah, this is the same. Femininity, yes, how we view our lives. We must take a moment and look upon the asunder. We view our lives. We must take a moment and look upon the asunder. Yes, how we view our lives. We must take a moment.
God, mids are such a weak point for me. Don't know why. Lows, no problems. Highs, no. Mids are just weird.
Yes, how we view our lives. We must. We must. Yes, how we view our lives. We must take a moment and look upon the asunder.
I'm just gonna go low. Oh, I gotta take my bread out. I won't know for a couple hours how the bread came out, but let's just hope it's not fucked.
Yes, how we view our lives. We must take a moment and look upon the asunder. Yes, how we view our lives. We must take a moment and look upon the asunder. We must take a moment and look upon the asunder.
get the hiccups like right as I'm about to start. Whew. Woo! Wee woo! Wee woo wee woo!
Live your lives! We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. Serenity! Yes, now live your lives! We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. Serenity! Yes, now live your lives! We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. That's how we feel alone. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. That's how we feel alone. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder.
Oh, did you bump into Ragnarok on another live stream or something? You know what? I gotta say this. If he ends up tuning in after the fact, Javi, I watched your stream. What the hell, man? Watched you mix. We had a lovely chat. No, I'm kidding. I love you, man. If you end up seeing this, I hope you see it. Love you, buddy. I think you're a wonderful person, super talented guy. Let's make some music.
That's how we feel our lives. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. We must all be blown.
Nah, I want to go more guttural.
That's how we feel our lives. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. We must all be blown. And look upon them asunder. We must all be blown.
Oh, geez, there's going to be French everywhere. I'm going to have to throw the chat to translate. That's cool. I'm for it.
Take a moment and look upon them asunder. We must all be blown. Take a moment and look upon them asunder. We must all be boned. Boned. Take a moment and look upon them asunder. We must all be boned. Asunder. We must all be boned.
Forgot to pan some things.
We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. We must all be boned. By the limits of our sight of fallen neighbors. We must take. We must all be boned. By the limits of our sight of fallen neighbors. For lack of understanding. Side on fallen neighbors. For lack of understanding. Neighbors. For lack of understanding. Neighbors. For lack of understanding. Neighbors. For lack of understanding.
I keep forgetting the lyrics. Oh, dude, Ragnarok, that is far too kind of you. You've been following me for 10 years, man. Crap. First of all, I'm sorry. Second of all, I'm sorry I haven't been consistent with posting. Struggle a lot with my mental health, and my life has kind of gone to shit recently. Half the reason I'm doing these streams is because I lost my job recently, and I got some time to fill before I move. So I'm gonna go hard on music.
Nayamas, the lack of understanding, the lives of those passerbys are as complex as your own.
So I haven't listened to Trivium seriously since Shogun came out. That was the last album I really got into for Trivium. I think they've accomplished so much, and it's super cool to see everything they've done for metal and in metal. It's just a band that doesn't really resonate with me anymore. Maybe someday. It's just I want to focus my content on things that have a lot of really serious meaning for me. Like I might cover an old Trivium song that I really like, but the new stuff, not to say it's bad, it's great. It's just not for me.
Nayamas, the lack of understanding, the lives of those passerbys are as complex as your own. The life of those passerbys are as complex as your own. The lives of those passerbys are as complex as your own. The life of those passerbys are as complex as your own. As complex as your own. The life of those passerbys as complex as your own. The life of those passerbys as complex as your own. As complex as your own. The life of those passerbys as complex as your own. As your own.
Yeah.
Own. As complex as the life of those passerbys as complex as your own.
That's what it needed to be.
The life of those passerbys as complex as your own.
That's better. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Complex as your own. The life of those passerbys as complex as your own. The life of those passerbys as complex as your own. But elements of our side are fallen Nayamas. The look under. My elements of our side are fallen Nayamas. Of our side are fallen in the abyss. Our lack of understanding the lives of those that the limits of our side are fallen in the abyss. Our lack of understanding the lives of those passerbys are as complex as your own. The life of those passerbys are as complex as your own. As your own. As your own. As your own.
Hey, I'm assuming it's Nathan or Nathaniel, just because it's abbreviated. I'm seeing as NATH. Would you mind translating that for me again so I can stay in the loop? Really appreciate it. Love you.
show us the way. They show us. We've been to see the lines and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding, and they say it's the same.
If I could get my own lyrics right.
Way.
They show us the way. That's right.
We feel to see their lines and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. We feel to see their lines and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us the truth. We feel to see their lines and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. And they... We feel to see their lines and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They say it's the way.
Hey, people watching on Facebook, who's there? I see two people are watching. Talk to me. Let's have some fun.
We feel to see their lines and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us
Nope, it's still not right.
We feel to see their lines and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us the truth behind the shadow. Understanding, they show us the way. They show us. Understanding, they show us the way. They show us the truth behind the shadow. Understanding. Understanding, they show us the. Understanding, they show us the way. They show us the truth behind the shadow. They show us the way. They show us the truth behind the shadow.
Nope. I want it to be something like that.
They show us the. They show us the truth behind the shadows. They show us the truth behind the shadow.
Close. That was closer. Hiccup. Gassy boy.
show us the way. They show us the truth behind the shadows. They show us the way. They show us the truth behind the shadows. They show us the truth behind the shadows. We feel the sea, their lives, and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us the truth behind the shadow. The way. They show us the truth behind the shadows. The way. They show us the truth behind the shadows. The truth behind the shadows. They show us the truth behind the shadows. They show us the truth behind the shadows.
I think that's the grossest high I've ever done in my life. Hey, Eddie. Thanks for checking out the stream.
They show us the truth behind the shadows. The truth behind the shadows. The truth behind the shadows. I'm alive when thou moments of sorrow. I'm alive when thou moments of sorrow. Shadow. I'm alive when now moments of sorrow. When now moments of sorrow. Shadow. I'm alive when now. Shadow. I'm alive when now moments of sorrow. I'm alive when now. Shadow. I'm alive when now. Moments of sorrow.
Whoa. Well, thank you for showing up as well. I can't pronounce Lulu Burlu God Night Wake Up. That's my attempt. I apologize if I mispronunciated that.
I'm alive when now. Moments of sorrow. Moments of sorrow. Realization that the realization that moments of sorrow. The realization that everyone is alive and the
Wow, I forgot the lyrics.
is alive, as vivid and complex as your run. Alive when now moments of sorrow. The realization that everyone is alive, as vivid and complex as your own.
Yeah, I lost it at the end. How's everybody doing in Chatland?
Alive when now moments of sorrow. The realization that everyone is alive, as vivid and complex as your own. The realization that everyone The realization that everyone the realization that everyone is alive. The realization that everyone is alive, as vivid and complex as your own. The realization that everyone is alive, as vivid and complex as your own.
I love when my screen cracks and you can hear a little bit of my real voice come through. That
I'm alive with no the realization that everyone is alive, as vivid and complex as your own. That everyone is alive, as vivid and complex as your own. The realization that everyone is alive, as vivid and complex as your own. All is one in a crowd, carry life as vivid and complex as your own. The soul is one in a crowd, life as vivid and complex as your own. The soul is one in a crowd, carries the heaviest weight. The soul is one in a crowd, carries the heaviest weight. The soul is one in a crowd, carries the heaviest weight.
dude, Eddie, these days I am a very small man. I don't really have muscle anymore. Like, kind of a normal dude. I will have muscle again, but COVID made me lose so much. So much. I think I'm down officially like 60 pounds of muscle. It's a lot of muscle, guys. I mean, I was walking around with like 19 and a half, 20-inch arms, somewhere in that range. Like, I think I'm at like 13 now. Like, I could probably, I might fill out 14.
The smallest one in a crowd carries the heaviest weight. Crowd carries the heaviest weight. Crowd carries the heaviest weight. Crowd carries the heaviest weight.
You can do better on both of them.
Carries out, carries the heaviest weight.
Hi, K-I-D. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. But hi, today. Yeah, today. I feel so disconnected from my YouTube chat right now because it's all in different languages. I think it's awesome. It's cool that people from all over are watching, but I'm lost.
Out, carries the heaviest weight. The heaviest weight. Out, carries the heaviest weight. Weight. sweet. Eyes, marvelous sweet. Marvelous sweet. Why must show them? Marvelous sweet. Why must show them? Usually marvelous sweet. Why must show them? Usually
I'm gonna punch in that last line differently.
marvelous sweet. Why must show them? Why must show them? Why must show them? No show Why must show them? Why must show them? No show show them.
Good enough.
They show us the way. We feel the sea, their lives, and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. We feel the sea, their lives.
Came in late? Jesus, chat's popping off over there. Hey everybody again.
We feel the sea, their lives, and look upon them with fear. We feel the sea, their lives, and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us The truth. We've ever seen the lies that look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us the truth.
Yeah. I need a little bit of a break. May as well track that last little guitar bit. And just pan the camera down real quick. These headphones, thankfully. Drop this mic down for a few. Hey, Robin, I actually just finished up wrapping up all but the last line of vocals. I'll let it play through though. I got a couple changes I got to make myself anyway. I gotta add one guitar part that I forgot, but I'll just play it through as is. Let you get the vibe real quick.
Take one step back to say the everlasting truth. I say with closed minds and observe with poor interpretation, defining their lives as those who are blind and live without purpose. We failures in their struggle, their strife and their complex lives. Yeah, this is the same. Yeah, this is the same. Similarly, yes, you live your lives. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. Yes, how we feel our lives. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. Divinity, yes, how we feel our lives. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder.
Thanks, Robin.
The limits of our sight are fallen in the abyss. Our lack of understanding, the lives of those passerbys are as complex as your own.
Oops, forgot to do my right side of that.
See their lives and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us the truth beyond the shadow. I'm alive when now moments of surrender. The realization that everyone is alive, as vivid and complex as your own. The smallest one in a crowd carries every last word.
Oops, I forgot to drag one of my takes over.
Last word. We must show them mutual empathy. We've ever seen the lies that look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us the truth.
That last line this whole last chunk right here I got to redo for sure. But I wanted to give myself a break. I've been going nonstop since I started, so and I got the song done except for a double and the last line. I'm not too mad about it. So I'm gonna go punch those guitars real quick. Start on some editing, give my voice like 15-20 minutes to break while I'm editing shit, and then get back to finish tracking those last couple lines in the overdubs for them. And honestly, I'm going to start mixing. Like, I have a little bit of a drum mix going on, but it's nothing crazy. I mean, I just have a little bit of drum bus stuff going on. If it'll load. Oh no, did Cubase just crash again? Oh. Please tell me no. Oh, thank God. Scared me for a second. It's probably because I haven't opened up VMware at all since I reopened this session. So this is all I've got going on for drums right now. I got a little bit of the API doing some stuff, not much. Actually, I wanted to take that back out, I believe. And then just hitting it with the distressor. And then for regular drums, I really don't have a lot going on, but I'm pretty happy with how it's sounding. It's just a little bit of a tiny little bit of EQ. A little bit on each individual sample, then a little bit on the actual live stuff, but not bad for though. I will be honest. The kicks are 100% replaced, and the toms ended up being 100% replaced as well, and I'll show you why. This was at the drummer at the time was the one. No, cancel. I don't want to reset that. The drummer at the time was the one who tracked everything, and he was getting started in learning how to track drums and everything. So originally they sounded like this, which they're not terrible, but they're not great either. And there's missing hits here and there and stuff as well too. So I figured he did this in like a weekend. He tracked all 9 songs in a weekend. So I trimmed them to be super short. And with some of them, I wonder if I can find one. There's some that it's literally just the initial transient up and down of the original wave. So just to trigger the sample, just because I was having so many issues with missed triggers. I think this was one of the songs that ended up being better about it, but Tom 2 in particular always ended up being an asshole. Yeah, I think a couple of these I ended up I had to do that so they wouldn't miss trigger. It was a nightmare. So, GGD Tom's back. Currently no EQ on them, but they sound fine as is. So I'm going to go and retrack that little trill thing. And then I'm going to take my dog out because I think she needs to go.
Yeah, I said your name. I said your name. I said your favorite word. Hi, pretty girl. Hi. How are you doing? You want attention? No, don't put your... No claws on the guitar. You can't put your nails on the guitar, sweetie. Nope. Get your slobbery mouth away from it. Hi. Yes. Thank you so much for all the kisses. Can you get down? Down. Uh-oh. Sweetie, down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Down. We'll go out in just a couple minutes.
For those who can't see, my dog is sniffing, going crazy. I'm going to turn my light on real quick.
Stay.
Oh, that's a bit better. See if I can track some trills. No, you do not nibble my in-ears. That's my bad for putting them there, but you do not go after my in-ears.
what that is. No, you're not eating string. Cute, but you're not eating string. I've had to pull string out of your butthole before. It's not fun. Why did I put trills there? It's such a stupid thing for me to do. I'm gonna do this the cheapest way possible, and I don't care. We'll do 169 because, funny. Let's bring it down to like 150. Oh man, 169 is literally a bar after that ended. I got lucky there. Yeah, Rob, I finished tracking an entire song both vocally and guitar-wise. I brought out some pretty nasty lows on this one. I'll show you real quick. I think right here is one of them. That was one of them. This one's kind of cool too, I think. We must take a moment and look upon them asunder. And look upon them asunder. I think that's the dirtiest sounding low I've ever done in my life, and I love it. Rob, you know me. I started doing when I was at your place. I started at fucking like 7:30 a.m. Maybe even earlier, honestly. Man, that's hard. You think just doing that would be easy? Fuck. Take it. Yeah, that's what I wanted it to sound like. Stupid. Legitimate question for anybody who's in the chat, and this is not meant to even be remotely offensive. I want you to know that beforehand. But has anyone ever listened to country hip hop? Because I don't know how I feel about it. It's weird. Like I want to like it because I hate country, but I like hip hop. But I heard a song called "Don't Touch My Truck," and I can't wrap my head around it. Like just compositionally, it's hard to wrap my head around. I don't understand some of the choices and production style. You're welcome.
Take one step back to say the everlasting truth. I say what?
Aiden, go look up Breland, Breland. Don't touch my truck. It's just compositionally, like I listen to a lot of pop music. I listen to hip hop. I listen to everything except country, really. So it's the country part that I can't really wrap my head around. It's funny because I listen to a lot more like pop and like shoegaze stuff, to be honest, than I do metal. I mean, I still listen to a shit ton of metal, obviously, but I just can't wrap my head around it compositionally. Like I think the guy's got a great voice, especially like the little bit of like higher range singing that he ended up doing at the end. I was like, damn, this dude's got a voice. Like he's super talented. But no, the reason I bring it up is my buddy's playing drums for him live right now. And I saw a clip of him during the chorus just doing like the most crazy double bass and shit. And I was like, oh man, I should actually check the original song out. And I went to go listen. I was like, because all I could hear was drums because it's his phone from behind his kit. So, but I was like, I just don't understand this. Like listening to the whole song, I think it's possibly because I want to hear the drums that are in there from that video because it was so high energy and the song has none of that instrumentally. I don't know. It's just weird. Music's weird.
Bites and observe with poor interpretation.
Oh, I can imagine, Robin. I'm sure it's very different. And Robin, since we're on the topic of not listening to much metal, as much as I despise a lot of her previous work, I have to admit Miley Cyrus's most recent record is a banger, not only songwriting wise, but it's also the production on that. That is one of the loudest masters I've ever heard that's not clipping. It's ridiculous. It's a little bit too much air on the vocals, I feel. It getting to the point where it's a little harsh, but overall, like, phenomenal mix and master. Yeah, I do listen to a lot of progressive metal. Yeah, her whole family is. They're all super talented. A dude that was from around my area was playing guitar for her briefly. I wish I could have chatted with him about it just to kind of get some insight. Oh, dude, Post Malone's great. I will never shame anyone for listening to Post Malone. Dude, I love Doja Cat. I love a lot of that kind of stuff. Metal's still my favorite, but I get burnt out of metal a lot because there's so much of it, but everyone's trying to do the same thing and just do it heavier than the previous person, and that just kind of gets old. For me, anyway. Let's all just do Ozzy covers from now on. Nothing but Ozzy covers. Yeah, that's the thing. So, Robin, I get more vocal session work than I do mix work, for the most part, anyway. And yeah, after being in a vocal booth for like 5-6 hours screaming, I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, let's put on some. Juice WRLD's great as well, man. Yeah, Lucid Dream, one of my favorite songs, just in general. Beautiful. Or Drugs by Drugs by Eden. Another great track. But yeah, I'm guessing it's Nathan or Nathaniel. Yeah, prog metal is most of what I have written and worked on in my life. I love prog. Just prog as a whole. Oh, dude, I grew up listening to Dream Theater. Actually, funny story. A guy I was in a band with, he's a professor at Berkeley. He was actually teaching John Petrucci's wife how to play early John Petrucci licks, which is the craziest thing to me. She was actually a student in one of his classes, and he'd be like, he never used to say things like, "Oh, I think this is how he plays it," and the second she was in his class, he's like, "I think this is how John's doing it." But no, I don't know if you're familiar with the band Fates Warning, but this guy was the former keyboard player of Fates Warning. Dude, 100% Robin. 100%. I definitely have bands that I'm like, cool, it's done. I'm never going to listen to you again. And it's nothing against them. It's just like, you just get burnt out unless it's the most amazing thing you've ever heard. Yeah, I mean, that's my thing with Sleep Token too, is it defies genre. I mean, the fact that you have a song that's like Imogen Heap's Hide and Seek on a Sleep Token record. I love that. And like The Love You Want, I love the fact that for the most part, there's no guitars in that song except for the outro. I think that's so cool. And I think metal needs more of that as a whole. Because it's a very... Metal, though it's technically the most diverse genre, I guess you could say, because we've got so many different subgenres, it's kind of all still iterations of the same. Which, once again, I love metal, but that's just my view on it. It's everyone trying to reinvent the wheel, but you can only reinvent it so much when you're still a metal band. Like, it's got to be heavy. Cool. What else you got? But our kick drum's really, really loud and in your face and clicky. Cool. What else you got? Yeah, I agree with you on that, Robin. Yeah, I think having that variety allows them to do more of whatever they want, and that's why so many metal bands I think get locked into their sound, and why if they make any changes they lose all a bunch of their fans. I mean, look at how many people like lost their shit when Bring Me the Horizon originally changed their sound. Oh, it's not metal enough. Like, and that's the thing. You don't see that in other genres. Like, man, that's not hip hop enough. Like, I mean, I'm sure that phrase has been said, but how often do we hear, "Oh, it's not metal enough. It's not heavy enough." Yeah, and I agree with that on Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah. Yeah. See, Robin, I'm very 50-50 on that. Depending on the band, I want more of the same. Like some band, like if I'm listening to Periphery or Sleep Token or something, I like the fact that all the songs have a little bit of a different vibe. Like, to be honest, Crush off the new Periphery album was my favorite song on the record because it was so different. But there's other bands, trying to think of one in particular that's had like a huge sound change that just did not resonate with me. I mean, this was just a vocalist change, and it didn't. No, that's not a good example. Talking genre. We all know of one band that's changed their sound, like that can't change from their thing. I mean, Aiden, that in particular, like especially the Ed Sheeran performance they did the other day. Like, that's not only is that huge for music in general, that's huge for metal. Like, it's putting it back in the limelight. That and Doja Cat's performance with that live metal performance at the EMAs last year. Granted, yeah, did she 100% steal a Plenty riff? Yeah. Was it still dope? And did it put a spotlight on metal? Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I've only heard a couple tracks off Posthuman. Bring Me was never a band I ever really got into. It's a band I respect the hell out of, though. Oh, yeah, Suicide Season, you're right. Let's be real, though. Every metalcore band these days just really wants to be Architects. Like Architects in Linkin Park. That's every metalcore band these days. I love it. But let's just call a spade a spade. I've been loving all. Oh, I think Architects is killing it. I love that record. I kind of love the fact that it's got a little bit more pop elements and stuff. Honestly, particularly, I think that I think they've not only nailed transitioning that way the best so far out of any band, but the way they've done it, like taking all the pop sensibilities, like repeating the last word of a line. You don't really hear that in a lot of metal, but like nobody's evergreen. Like, you don't hear that in metal. I think that's super cool. We need more stuff like that. Let me go back to my rhythm tone just because. start playing the River Dragon. Speaking of Jeff Loomis, randomly playing Jeff Loomis, right? Okay. So I need to... I honestly don't... Like, now you guys talking about it, I'm not sure what my favorite metalcore album is. I mean, to be honest, metalcore is not even really my favorite genre. I am more of a prog dude. But that's just because it's because I studied under a Berkeley professor. So I was kind of I had all that shit kind of forced down my throat. Robin, I will say though, the emotional impact on an album definitely holds more weight ultimately to me. Actually, I'd have to say it's probably, now that I'm thinking about it more, Horizons by Parkway Drive still to me is like the metalcore record of all time. But that's because I'm a 2005 kid. Okay, let's see if we can track these last vocals. Okay, back up with this. I'm trying to not fuck up my shit in the process. Bring that back up. I'm a super pro streamer, guys. Super pro. The most pro streamer there ever was one. Oh yeah, I mean, definitely Joey. Joey's definitely got a major hand in what metalcore is today. That's for sure.
As a road, eyes complex as a road. Says your own. Says your own.
So it's still funny to me. Like, I can tell there's certain parts of my brain that are still locked into like what I consider more metalcore, and like to me, just because that was when the word was first being thrown around, I think of bands like All That Remains During the Fall of Ideals, Killswitch Engage, like that entire Massachusetts metal scene of Shadows Fall. Like, all those bands to me are the metalcore bands in my mind. I don't know why. I think it's just I think it's because there's definitely more direct hardcore influence from it, especially with like some of the vocalists. Like Brian Fair. That dude should have been in a hardcore band, because to me his voice didn't fit a metal band. That's what was cool. Yeah. To me that's all like OG metalcore to me is all that I think of when people say the term metalcore. It's so funny.
We've understood the lies and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us how. We've understood the lies and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. We've understood the lies and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us the truth. Of understanding. They show us. We've understood the lies and look upon them with fear and a lack of understanding. They show us the way. They show us the truth.
See, the funniest thing to me with how the genres evolve is most people don't consider a lot of those OG metalcore bands these days. Like, so what are they? Are they just metal bands? Like, I just don't know how to qualify it. Or they're just bands. Honestly, who really cares?
Show us the truth. They show us the truth.
Nope.
Hey, they show us the truth. Hey, they show us the truth. They show us the truth. Hey, they show us the truth.
Fuck. Clipped.
Hey, they show us the truth.
Didn't clip that time. Yay.
Hey, they show us the truth. Show us the truth.
I want to go higher. I mean, Aiden, I'm pretty sure you're younger than Robin and I. Robin, how old are you? Because I'm 30 myself, so.
Hey, they show us the truth. Hey, they show us the truth.
Finally, vocal tracking's done. So Aiden, actually both of you guys, let's hear what's the band that got you into metal or like heavier music where there was screaming and such. Because I know for me, my two are the most random combination, though they used to tour together a lot. Like for me, it was first Children of Bodom, right after I think Hate Crew Death Roll had just come out. No, Hate Crew Death Roll had been out a couple years. I think Are You Dead Yet was about to come out. And then Trivium with Ascendancy. And they were touring together. But I was like, screaming's noise up until bands like that. Be right back, guys. I bet Swedish punk music is the coolest sounding thing. See, here's Moon. You're okay. See, there's nobody there. You're okay. You're okay. Everything's okay. You're fine, kid. Moon, chill. You're fine. Trying to think. Yeah, it was funny because even Trivium's screams were harder for me to get into than Children of Bodom's, oddly enough. I honestly still haven't listened to that album. Oh, I remember that time period here in the U.S. There was some cool stuff. Actually, the barbershop I go to, that's all they play is like old school skate punk. Well, no, old school punk. Yeah, I'm actually pretty picky with my screams still to this day. Yeah, send some over, man. I mean, I already know the Blade from Nail the Mix, but I'd still be down to check out some more. But yeah, Robin, what are some screaming vocalists that you don't like? Just to kind of get an idea of like what type of sound you go for. Because like I know with me personally, like a lot of the more like kind of guys bug me. Personally, or like, I think he's a wonderful dude, but Andrew Bana's screams they don't do anything for me personally. Like that style of screaming just has always gotten under my skin. Well, boys, I think I'm going to have to call it because I'm done tracking now. And I got to spend some time with my dog. She's been kind of sad and wanting my attention for a little bit. So, Knocked Loose is like, I love hate it. I love hate that. Just because, like, you feel the aggression in his voice. And it sounds like he's tearing his vocal cords apart. But I love the amount of emotion it conveys. That's about it. Oh, that more like kind of. It's like pterodactyl, like. And the thing is with some of those where it sounds like an inhale, what you're talking about, Robin. Like that's a screaming technique I used to be able to do really well, but for some reason I just can't right now. Oh, thank you very much. That is super, super kind of you. But it's like if people put the power behind that type of scream, it's killer. And you can get so much out of it. Because that's also how you do pitch screams and things of that nature, which, like, that's the Architect sound. That's a lot of modern metal these days. Like, even Texas in July used that on a bunch of their older tracks. And, but when you don't have enough power behind it, it just sounds like a little kid. Oh, I have to say this, even though I love this band. So I absolutely adore Silverstein, but the first record where God, what's that song where it's just like, maybe when you find out that I'm dead, you realize what you did to me. That song, like his screams in that where it's like,
It kills me. Oh, yeah. Honestly, another Sam's style took some work for me as well too. But I think honestly the worst vocalist I could ever think of for growls, mainly today more than anything, but in general, Chris Barnes from 6 Feet Under. That dude should not be allowed to touch a microphone anymore. And I don't say that about a lot of people because I want people to do music, but he destroyed his voice. Absolutely destroyed his voice. He doesn't do it properly and he hurts himself and he keeps doing it. Like anyone who hasn't listened to 6 Feet Under in the past 2 years, go listen just to feel like people who are learning how to scream. Just go watch Chris Barnes. You'll feel better immediately. I know I do. Actually, let's see if we can get some desktop audio in here at all.
Today on Wrist Spirits and Gear, we go over how to
Put a random Funny enough, as I say that, new Finn McKenty video. Don't be like Chris Barnes. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, this video is rough. I watched this the other day. What is that? What is that? Somebody explain it to me. That's not screams. That's bah bah. Dur, dur, dur. He sounds like when the dudes on South Park make fun of people when they're like dur, dur, dur. That's what Chris Barnes sounds like now. That's what I'm saying, man. It sounds like someone who's learning how to scream, but is doing it wrong. And then I'm no master screamer by any means. I mean, I still take lessons. I mean, definitely learned a lot of things from Mary Zimmer. Very thankful for that. And still learning. But God. And the fact that people are like, oh, he sounds good. It's like, no, he doesn't. He sounds like he's in pain because he is. Ugh. Well, anyway, I got a little puppy who's now very, very antsy. We're both going to say goodbye, but it was awesome having you guys all here, checking out me tracking some music. I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow. Oh, dude. Alec. Let's not talk about Alex because that dude's just on a whole nother level. I don't. Whenever I feel like I'm a good death metal vocalist and hear his name, I'm just like, nope, can't do it. Dude, Robin, thanks for checking it out, man. I really appreciate you being in here. And I'm gonna respond to your DMs once I'm done with the dog. So, hey, you guys take care. I'm gonna have her wave goodbye as well too.